Hi guys, Paul from PABrewNews. Just enjoying a brew from the Evil Twin and Westbrook collab. The, let's see, Maple Bourbon Barrel Aged Imperial Mexican Biscotti Churros Cake Break. Say that 10 times fast. At 10.5 alcohol by volume, brewed in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. There we go. Pick that up from the beer port in Pittsburgh. Got another Pittsburgh brewery right here in my glass. Let me spin it around so you can see it. The Hitchhiker Brewing Company. They have 2 locations in Pittsburgh, so please do check them out. Pittsburgh, zombie capital of the world. Thank you very much. I'm going to put that there. Maybe I'll even show the Hitchhiker Brewing Company right about there. I think that's a good idea. Why are we here? Why are we now? Why is there a vinyl playing in the background? Why is there a movie playing in the other room? Why? Because it's Night of the Living Dead. One of my favorite films, and certainly my favorite film ever made in Pennsylvania, and certainly my favorite Romero film ever made. And without it, the whole world of horror would never be the same. Brought to you by who is this vinyl? Waxwork Records. Yet again, nailed it out of the park with their... I'm so happy because I've been looking for something like this for a long time. A soundtrack release, not only one, but 2, a double LP soundtrack release of Night of the Living Dead from 1986 by George A. Romero, or George Romero, George A. I think it's probably George A. Romero, and John A. Russo. So I because they helped writing because of that. So it's not just a George Romero film. Everybody kind of helped though at the same time. I'm going to show you the inside and outside of this gatefold. Beautiful, beautiful vinyl. Absolutely gorgeous. There we go. And beautiful pictures. Again, this little insert is fantastic. They actually apparently made a poster too. I doubt if they'll have any more available, but if they do, I'll also pick that up. I have my Living Dead Weekend 2016 shirt on there because, of course, got to go over to Evans City for Living Dead Weekend. Here is the 25th anniversary Laserdisc, and of course, over here, if you can see, it's still in the corner, about there, is a DVD release over at Walmart. You can actually pick it up at Walmart right now, with 5 extra films or 20 extra films, depending on what you want to pay. So, and here is the 2 beautiful marbled zombie green colored discs. This is C and D. I have A and B in the vinyl player right now, and of course printed on plastic dust sleeves. So I'm extremely excited about this. And the other thing is, my mother was kind enough to get this for me as a early birthday present, which I am incredibly in debt for. Thank you very much, Mom. Moms are the best. So, you know, there you go. This has been a film that has inundated my life ever since I was a tiny little child. And I still remember the little VHS cupboard we had where a copy of this sat in there with only a slip disc and the printing. And it had this really like kind of chemical smell to this old little cupboard with all the VHSs in there. I used to crawl over there and check them out, and Little Shop of Horrors and Night of the Living Dead and other ones were in there. And it's just a beautiful thing. Evans City's a little lovely place nestled between Butler and Pittsburgh. Go check it out. Xenopole is right there off the exit of 95 or 97, 95, I think it is. Take it out either that way or off 80 if you go that way on 68. Definitely check it out. Definitely check out the Living Dead weekends that are happening there. Again, I can go on and on and on about this. I don't want to be a fucking weirdo or anything, but absolutely check out They Must Be Destroyed on Sight, a movie podcast on Lee Russell's channel, either on here on YouTube, and everybody subbed to me is probably subbed to Lee, let's be honest. But if you're not subbed with Lee Russell, please do so. I'm a co-host. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, it kind of detracts from the whole listening to it, but definitely check out They Must Be Destroyed on Sight, the movie podcast, either here on YouTube or Podbean. They also have that. And we do a beautiful, where I was drunk too, which even made it better, a beautiful Night of the Living Dead one. And actually, I like to do a whole Night of the Living Dead live, just live streaming it and talking about it, that kind of thing. I was lucky enough when I was in Evans City, they did a live showing on the big screen with commentary from the actors. And of course, you know, we have the late and great Dwayne Johnson, which was an absolutely amazing character. It wasn't written for him. It wasn't supposed to be an African-American character. He just showed up. He was the best, and he got it. It turned into a lot of people read into this thing, and it wasn't supposed to be. He just happened to be the greatest actor ever. And when they looked at it later, like, shit, we might have fucked up. So don't expect, they keep on saying about George Romero making this film in a certain way and having certain satire like that. That was not supposed to happen. That was a complete accident. But then you have, you know, the late and great also. Unfortunately, I hate to say this, there's a lot of late and greats. George Cassana, which I was so happy to get a chance to meet him. He's a wonderful guy, and I love his character, the sheriff, in this one. Chili Willie, rather. Bill Carradine, he passed away, so I'm very sad about that. My dad actually told me about listening to him when he lived outside of Pittsburgh and listening to him on the radio, which is great. I mean, I love hearing that kind of very localized thing going on from my parents, and, you know, just spreading the love of this kind of stuff. And then you got, you know, Marilyn Eastman, Judith Ridley, Judith O'Dea, of course, who's like probably my first crush. Probably still is. I don't know. And then Keith Wayne and Marilyn Eastman, I said before. Carl Hardman. Cooper was right. Remember that, people. Cooper was right the whole time. So, Carl Hardman. His full name was Carl Hardman Schoen, I do believe. And then, of course, Kyra Schoen, which is the little girl, which was caused probably like the most chaos of the whole thing when Ben pushed the little zombie girl. That was child endangerment. They made a whole bunch of ruckus and stuff. I was actually very happy to meet a couple of different zombies and stuff in there too. Stu, and then Craig. The name escapes me because I don't do any research before I hit the start button. But the announcer on the radio announcer on the news report, I got a chance to meet him. I'm very happy about that. I got everybody's signatures. Great bunch of people. Had a great time. And of course, Russ Steiner. Russ Steiner was Johnny. He was great. He was actually uncredited in the film, which is really funny because one of the main memorable characters, "They're coming to get you, Barbara." It's not Barbara. Barbara. And then he wasn't even credited in making the film. But it's pretty interesting. And please do, if you have never done this for your own enjoyment, make sure that you watch the making of Night of the Living Dead if you ever see any kind of documentaries and stuff, because it's a really great, everyone pulling together for a common cause kind of a thing. You know, you started with nothing and you make something. And it's just a beautiful film, and America is better off with it, and Pennsylvania only makes good films. Because Pennsylvania's fucking amazing. PA Pride, baby. Anyway, this has been Paul from PA Brew News. I'm enjoying a beautiful beer from the Evil Twin Westbrook Brewing Company. Enjoying my beautiful Hitchhiker glass from Pittsburgh. Listening to an amazing vinyl from Waxwork Records. Thank you very much for releasing this. I have been waiting my whole life to have this soundtrack on vinyl. And now, today, it's happened. And I really appreciate that. Again, beautiful artwork, beautiful inlays, beautiful vinyl. It's been Paul from PA Brew News. Cheers. Evans City, baby. And that's where they made the Crazies. The second or third one of those best Romero films ever. Because that's what he did. Cheers. Put your comments down. Like to hear what you think of the film. If you never saw it, please do watch it. Let me know what you think. Blah, blah, blah. The whole deal. See you later. Bye-bye. Watch that finger.